Alright guys, I wanted to do this tutorial. This is a first tutorial video because some people have told me that they have problems with this amp. And I did too. So I want to kind of go through and show you how the presets and everything work. It's a Line 6 Spider 4. And the series of amps that are here, that I have here, are used to basically give you the same option of having a full set of pedals on a pedal board. And it can be very tricky. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera to the amp knob. So this is the amp. So Spider 6. Spider 4. And that's all the knobs on the amp. Now each knob controls something different on the amp. Okay, so what we're going to do is from left to right, right to left, we're going to go through and I'm going to kind of give you a description of what each of the knobs do on the amp. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start. This is the power button, the preset button, and this is the knob you use to scroll through certain features, which you can't probably see it because it's so bright. But you see you have your user, that's your preset. It's set on preset 16A, which later on we'll go through and I'll tell you what that means. This is a preset that I actually created for my lap steel. So I named it Aaron Steel. Okay. And if you hit select, push the preset button, it'll bring you to the routing posts. Then you hit this. There's your setup, the auto effects, the amp set effects. That's effects 1. Okay, now you have 16 presets. Okay, see, that's effects 2, 3, reverb, that's just how you set it, your gate, your boost, your volume, and then back to your loop. If you hit it again, it'll bring you back up to user 16A. Now, if you turn this knob, it'll bring you to 16B, C, D, which I'll explain that later. Go back to A. That's my preset. 16A through D all has my preset that I've created. Okay? Now, right here is the master volume and the reverb knobs. This master volume, I normally set it halfway because this master volume actually doesn't control the total volume. Okay, which I'll explain that later. Reverb, this is a master reverb. And it's good because if I don't have reverb set on my preset, I can control it here. Okay? Like if I want to go clean, I can still have my reverb. Alright, now, these knobs right here, there's 3 sets of knobs. Okay, let me turn them completely off so you can see without the lights being in the way. This first knob here gives you a delay, a tape echo, and a sweep echo. Okay, now each one of these presets in this one knob is indicated in the user screen. As I turn the knob, the digital delay goes up. See, delay. Then as you continue, you go into your tape echo, which is that preset. Then your sweep echo. Now obviously you see the little bar going up and down. The further you go up with it, the more effect you have. Okay? So you go down, the less effect you have. Then you go back down to your tape echo, and then all the way down. Now, there's one little bar showing, okay, for the delay. Okay? But the light ain't lit up. So therefore, you know that digital delay is off. Okay? Till you turn the knob back, and the light comes back on. See? Okay? Now, the next knob has the coarse, a phase effect, and a tremolo effect. Okay? And the same thing, you come here, see that's your coarse, go all the way up, there's your phaser, and then there's your tremolo. Okay? Now, the next knob is gain, your auto, and your pitch. Okay? Now, gain, you have what, you know, when you turn it on, you come here, and it's called red comp, which means the gain is going to be different based on how high you have it set. Okay, then you go to auto, and it's actually auto wah, which is an effect that usually is made by pushing a pedal on a pedal board. This gives you that effect without actually having the pedal. And you can turn it up and down. Okay, then you're going into your pitch. And what this does is, it's actually not a pitch. It's like, let's say you're playing a low E on the guitar and you have the pitch set low. It actually sounds as if you're 1 string down, which you can't be because there's only 6 strings. So that gives you almost as if you were playing a 12-string guitar versus then as you go up, let's say you're playing the low E, that pitch gives you, when it's all the way up, gives you the sound of a high E and a low E together. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, turn that off. Now, the next button is called the channel volume. Okay, now no matter what channel you're on, whether it's A, B, C, or D, this controls the overall volume. So in actuality, you would use this as your master volume. not channel volume, which kind of don't make sense to me. But the master volume, basically, in my opinion, is useless. That's why I keep it about halfway. Then I come here and use my channel volume to control my master volume. Okay? Now, you're going to have to just figure out each of your presets total volume. What I normally do is go to my preset 16A and see, because I have it set, all my functions here came on, but I don't have my channel volume up. So I'll control my channel volume all the way up here to get the sound that I need. Okay, so that's what the channel volume does. I basically use this to control my total volume. Let's see, if you come here and it's set to preset 16A, see the volume right here. That's the preset volume right there. So that's actually what's going to give you your overall volume. And I think that's why a lot of people that use this amp or use Line 6 Spider series has a problem with controlling volume, because your channel volume is actually what controls your total volume. Okay? Now, here is your three equalizer knobs, I call them. You have your bass, your mid, and your treble. Okay? Then this button here, excuse me, actually also controls volume somewhat. If you want to push a large quantity of volume, you would turn this knob up with your channel volume knob to the desired sound you want. And you can see that knob. This is the drive right here. Okay? Let me go back so you can see it. See, as I turn the knob on the end, it says DR. That's what controls your drive. And the BS, the bass knob here, is indicated by the BS symbol. Then you have your mid, and then your treble. Okay? Now, the R at the end is actually your reverb here. So you're gonna control that with the reverb button. Okay? Now, this Spider series is actually, not only is it have its own presets, 16 presets with 4 different channels, it has what's called, I like to call the sound button, I guess, or the effect button. Yeah, an effect button. Okay, you have clean, you have twang, you have class A, don't ask me what that means. You have a blues sound. You have, let me see, get my finger out the way. A crunch, a high gain. You have a metal, and then you have an insane. Okay, which, see, you can't really see it with the light on. See, insane right there. Okay. Now, you notice as I turn the knob, it starts out red. Then as you turn it, it'll turn green. That gives you what I like to call the red. I like to call it a pre effect. When it's on green, that's the total effect. Okay, and see, when you turn it green, you're on a clean effect. Okay, now see right here, you have what's called the manual button, and what that does is it basically cancels out all preset channels. The A button, which is 16A, I have it set to 16A. Okay, you're gonna notice when I hit the manual button, that's gonna go off, and the manual button lights up. This button allows me to come back to the effects buttons, and I can turn these all the way off. I come here, see I have it on clean. That's gonna be straight clean. There ain't gonna be any effects at all. Okay, now your user 16 is still gonna be up there. Okay, but because I hit the manual button, I turned the preset channel off. Okay, now to put my preset channel back on, I would just basically choose the channel I want. Say preset 16C. And then I can go back to A, B, and in the manual again, I'll cancel that out. But every time I cancel out my preset, even though, okay, see, all my preset lights are lighted up. They're off, okay? But to make sure I have no effects, I just slightly turn the knob off, and that light will go off. Then you know for sure that it's off. Okay? Then I come back, see, that preset had the effects on blues. Okay? To get that back to clean, I just do the same thing that I did with the preset buttons, the preset effects buttons. Okay? Now, there's a tap button here, and it's always lit up. Okay? There's different functions for this tap button. Okay? What I like about it is, you see it says hold for tuner. If you press the tap button, come here, if you press and hold, it turns into a built-in chromatic tuner. You can tune your guitar, you know, any stringed instrument, any instrument that uses quarter jack cable, you can put it into the amp and tune. I've even tuned a bass guitar using the built-in tuner. Okay? To get the tuner off, you're going to come back here and hit the manual button, and it's going to bring you back to the presets, or to the clean. Okay? Now, they have this button right here. It's called the quick loop. Okay? If you hold, it's ready to record. You know, you go to the tap button, you press tap. Okay, then you hit tab again to play, which there's nothing to play because I didn't record anything, but it's just a feature that you can loop, let's say, an acoustic guitar sound. Let's say you just hitting droning on the E string on the acoustic. I can come back with my lap steel and actually play with the loop. Okay, now I'm not showing y'all how to do this because the basic purpose of this video is to actually show you an overall function of this Line 6 Spider 4. Okay, remember, master volume, I put it halfway, and then I come to channel volume and control my main volume over any preset that I have, or if I'm going manual, channel volume controls total volume over the whole system. Okay, I think that's about it. If you have any other questions, now again, this is the Line 6 Spider 4. So, you may have the Spider 5 or 6, which I think they came out with the 6, or you might have the smaller, the 1 through 3 version. But the overall system for the Spider series is basically the same. It gives you presets, basically to have control over a ton of sounds without actually having any effects pedals tied in to the amp. You know, because effects pedals can be very expensive. So that was the idea when Line 6 made this series of amps, was to give you the same quality sound without having all of the pedals. Okay, so I hope this video helps you better understand how to use your amp, because this is a great amp. I use it for guitar. I actually play my piano, my digital keyboard. I've actually I play fiddle. I've played my fiddle through this amp. It sounds really great, but with all these presets, it can be very difficult to use. So I hope this video will help you out.